Good morning, good morning, good morning. And it's a beautiful blue sky, sunshine morning here in Port Elliot today. So, looking like a wonderful day ahead. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand cards.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
And an echo. Solved that. So, here, because, oh, that's interesting. I just got a message to say the quality was going to be dropped because the internet connection's not as up to scratch as it should be. So that's, that's actually interesting. So I shall modify that next time for the tomorrow's streaming. Anyway, in some way, that's okay. We're still here. We're here because we have the technology and it is working. Let's go across to the cards though. It's the purpose of why we're here, is to just have that little bit of extra help through our day, just with Spirit guiding us through some cards. It's a tool. So we're going to go across to those, connecting with your Spirit guides and just your intuition, gut feeling. As you're looking at these cards, take yourself to what it's meaning for you, okay, as you're seeing them. So what we've got is, let's have a look. We have the Gilded Brevi Lenormand deck as per usual. Ciro Marchetti is the artist for this one, and I am using the expanded edition. We haven't got any of the cards from that area this morning, so it's the fish in the home space, heart for the overall theme for the day, and tower as our workspace. And here is our owl card. Let's have a look to see what text the owls have for us today. And most of you are probably getting very used to this. Focus on the good. It's beautiful, isn't it? And that gorgeous natural setting. It's very well camouflaged in that scene, isn't it? I'll put it to the side because I am going to zoom in on the cards so that we can see them more clearly. Even though it does look a little fuzzy. And I did clean the lens this morning of the camera, so it should be reasonably okay. And apologies to the Instagram users that you're going to get it in portrait mode, not landscape. But it does eventually give you the full picture every so often. I've seen it flash into panning out automatically. I think it does it. Anyway, I'm not going to mess with that setting this time. Heart as the overall setting, isn't it beautiful? That 3 layers that I see every time I see this, of the inner heart space, the inner heart of the shape that the swans are making, and the outer heart shape that they're making as they touch right to that is the glowing energy from what is that loving space. Swans do, they do couple for life. That monogamous as far as how they live in the natural realm. So there you go. Some species do have that instinct within them, partnering for life. Not sure if otters do that as well. Beavers, something like that. Anyway, look, we move as we do in our day-to-day from that heart space and that central unconditional loving energy. So be that. Gather what you can of your gorgeous loving energy and share it out and about as you're moving through your day-to-day. Because we've got quite a lot of abundance here with the fish card in our home space. So it is that getting together and working as a team, as a family, as a community even, because our home space isn't just our own little realm of the house we live in. It can be that is our street or our community, depending how far afield you like to be involved. And it can be our country, our home country. It's what you consider to be home. Okay? Working in together, yes, sometimes standing out to be the odd one going the other way is quite fine. We move in the way that we're meant to. Trust the spirit guidance as you're moving through. What is your destiny compared to what is your instant passion in the moment? There's 2 different things that we're aiming for in life in some respects, because we do tend to lose a bit of focus on what the destiny is that we've got. Not everybody finds that out. And does doesn't matter. Look, that's something you yourself need to wonder, question, search for, analyze. Look, whatever way that you ask your spirit guides to show to you what the meaning is for you, because you might be the one that goes out of the regular, follow with your school, with your community, with whatever. It just feels like there are moments like that. Today's probably going to be one of those days where you do question and ask self and reinforce that, because we've got that loving energy that is surrounding us all day today that's going to help along the way of really finding out what do we love to do, because we came here for purpose, and that purpose is our destiny, and it's going to show up in one way or another, whether we know it or not. We don't always have to have a conscious awareness of this. It is working through our life as we live it. Okay, so trust the spirit guides, trust your inner gut feeling, and move in the way that you need to for what you need to be doing, what you feel is your life's purpose in some way. And even if you don't feel it, trust the things that you like and love doing. Okay, and that would be your focus. Okay, so we've got an abundance of that in our home space today. Now, as we're moving further over and into our workspace, I'm just going to check for comments. I knew that I was going to probably not have anyone watching live today, being live this morning, being that much earlier. So, yeah, because I'm going to work as such. I'm out of the house today, out of the house tomorrow. So I need to be doing earlier streaming so that I can be at that volunteering work on time. There is timelines. We do live by schedule at times, and the regimentation. This is where the work comes in with the tower. It can be those government institutions and involvement with what we need to do, or volunteer organisations, or something that's got more of that structure that's on recognised and very solid foundations, but big bases of how things may seem to be stuck in the concrete as such, built on solid foundations, and it's always been done this way because that's how it's been done. It's that sort of a feeling I'm getting from this, which is quite fine for some purposes. So in our workspace, let's look at what our foundations are doing, check them occasionally, and see whether it is being looked after, because sometimes the ground shifts and we see cracks, right, in big buildings, even the small ones. Well, in a house you can see walls shift a little bit with the cracks that come in. You know that the ground's shifting. So we do need to sometimes keep an eye on all of that and make sure that we're still on the solid ground, that we are maintaining the buildings to stand well on that ground, the structure. So just double check occasionally that what it's being built on, your workspace, that it's still holding its threads is the word I'm thinking of, but that means different things to people these days, especially with social media. But it's the way that it's structured, and all of the walls and meshing and reinforcing and all of that sort of stuff is actually holding together. Sometimes it's just that there's different people from within that will see different aspects of what might be those cracks, and needing to interact and find out, is it still stable? Does something need to be worked on to be able to make it structurally sound again? That type of thing. So, or it could be that you really are doing a wonderful job, and things are building on creating that strong business, that strong work flow for you. So that's what I'm getting for this. It is, and I do think that there's probably going to be something around licensing, regulations and stuff like that, because this is institutions, whether it's medical, legal, any type like that, and have an awareness of what might be needed in that connection with making things right. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting for today, is making things right. but it's from that loving energy. It's because we do want to have what does everybody really want? It's love. That is the basis of all of life. So connect it in with everything that we're experiencing today and live from that special space of what is special to us, that loving energy, the unconditional love, the really being who you are, because that is looking after you in being who you are to the best that you can. Okay? So that's the message that I'm feeling Spirit's got for us today. So I hope that in your watching, if you're watching this right to the end as far as a replay, which I do hope you do, certainly there is definite ways that Spirit do speak to us in various forms. It can be like this with the tools that we use consciously, shuffling a deck of cards, seeing what they've got as a message to us, and really use that as part of the guidance, connecting with your spirit guides. It's seeing some of those things that fall in front of us, the feather in our pathway of angelic presences. And, there is meanings to a lot of things that we know deep within us. It's just that knowing and trusting that. So keep being the best you. Now I do have, and here we are, Sandra. Thank you for being here and making your comment. Reputations are made and extremely hard to shake. Yes, they are, and they can be as easily destroyed by gossip as well. So do be mindful. Reputations. I'll presume that that's in respect of the tower. That's the tower, isn't it? Gosh, I've even forgotten the name of the card. I just know it's in the workspace. It is the tower, isn't it? So true. So true. Be the best you that you can be and live from your heart space is my parting advice. Is it advice? I don't need to be giving you advice. Trust what you have from within. Okay? So thank you for being here. And I have put the two links. One is to my own personal thepsychic.online link there for those places that the technology like Facebook allows to send to, YouTube. And I've got the Sea of Stars. I've been involved in that. It's only very new, so have a look at it. There are other practitioners on there as well. It's not just myself. So that gives you some choice. So have a look at that, see what you think, book with those who you'd like to, instant call those who are online at the time. That's the type of site that one is. So thank you for being here and be you. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.